Well, hello everyone. First off, I have absolutely no excuse why it has been 73 days and 20 hours, and thank you YouTube for telling me that, because I didn't already feel bad enough. 73 days and 20 hours since I last posted a Flosstube. I did a Flosstube extra on Christmas Eve, but it was very light on actual content. So yeah, I have no excuse other than the usual. Life happens, and here I am. So this is an actual Flosstube with like real stitching, real discussion. This is going to be my plans. Does that hand taste good? Does that hand taste good, Charlie? She's getting so big. Not nearly as good as my chin, apparently. Yes, this is going to be my 2024 plans episode. It's going to be my update on the stitching or lack thereof that I have been doing in the last 2 months. Oh my gosh. Ow. No bites. You're gonna go down if you're gonna be bitey. And stop biting me. You're making me lose my focus. I'm gonna put these up here. I don't know. I have completely forgot where I was. This is gonna be my plans episode. Period. Let's call it that. Yes, I am wearing my pajamas. Don't judge me. If you do not live in the eastern half of the United States, and the Midwest in particular, you may not know that we've been buried. A couple of weeks ago, we got 18 inches of snow, and that was followed by an Arctic blast, so it was so cold. If you don't live in a cold weather climate, here is a fun fact. The road salt they use to melt the ice on the roads, if it gets too cold, it doesn't work. So I haven't been able to like go anywhere or do anything. And you'd think that that would make it so I would get more stitching done, but no, it really just makes it so that I'm a slug and I live in my pajamas and try to huddle with my dogs for warmth. So there is that. So first up, let's talk plans. Well, first let's talk about last year. So every year I try to set myself a goal of what I want to do the following year. And this past year, 2023, my goal was to finish 15 projects. I did not finish 15 projects. I finished 12 projects. Out of my 58 whips that I still have, I touched 35 total projects. So 35 minus 12, that tells you how many projects of my 58 current whips I actually managed to touch. This really bothered me because a lot of what I have that I'm not getting a chance to work on are really big projects because I'm trying so hard. Hi, baby. I'm trying so hard to get my 15 finishes in that I'm working on my smalls. I'm starting new smalls. Do you mind? We're trying to talk here. Charlie, off. Off. Go find your sister. Go find sis. You don't need me. You don't need me. I know you think you do. Sis, Maka, come take care of this. I don't know. All right, we're gonna put the hands here so you can't get them. No, you can't have them. They're my hands. No, they're my hands. You can't have them. Yes, see what she's got? Why don't you go annoy her? Thank you. Okay, so anyway, where was it? 15 projects, mostly smalls. Not really conducive to getting anything done. Like I said, I've got 58 whips and most of them are big honkers. So I needed to set a different type of goal this year. And a little bit before Christmas, I was chatting with Crafty Rogue Gamer. If you haven't checked out her channel, definitely check out her channel. Georgie is one of my favorite people. And we both decided that this year we were going to go for a stitch count instead of a number of finishes. And the big thing about that is it allows me to work on my big projects. I have, I think, 4 or 5 full coverage projects that never see the light of day because I'm constantly working on my little projects. And then I've got all these other ones that are also not getting any love. So at the end of the year, I went through and I added up all the stitches that I did last year, give or take a few that may not have made it into the counters. And I finished with 43,300 stitches last year. Super disappointing for me because the last time I actually did my stitch count, leave that be. The last time I did my stitch count, I was over 101,000 stitches. But that was 2021. 2021, we still weren't going a lot of places because the pandemic was still keeping people home a lot more than it is now. This was pre-new job, pre-move, pre-everything that went on with my dad. I was a different person in 2021. So I'm not going to let that upset me too much. So basically what I decided is that this year I am going to set a stitch goal, and based off that 43,400, this year I'm setting a stitch goal of 60,000 stitches. Now, there's a problem with that I will explain when I get to it, when I'm working on my whips. So 60,000 stitches for this year. 5 finishes is kind of a secondary goal. I would like to finish 5 things. But if I don't finish anything, if I get 60,000 stitches in, that's still a hell of a year. So that's what we're going to go with. Now, one of the things that I have started to work on this year is I'm participating in the Haid Sal. If you're not familiar with what's going on with that, it's Heaven and Earth Designs. Michelle charted 10 different pieces. Well, they're smaller pieces of larger charts, but she recharted them to stand on their own. And they're roughly around 60,000 to 65,000 stitches. Mine is 60,760, which that's where that problem is. If my goal is to do 60,000 and that single project has 60,760, there's a disconnect there. But so if you finish the whole thing, you get all 10 patterns that were charted for the Sal, and then you get your choice of 2 other Haids from the website. That's a pretty attractive goal for me. But then the more I thought about it, I realized that probably that would be the only thing I would work on all year, and that is not acceptable to me. I get too bored too easily. So there is another level of the Haid Sal, and that's if you finish 4 full pages. I believe it looks like it's probably going to be like 6 full pages and then some small pieces around the edges. So if you finish 4 full pages of the Sal, then you get all 10 charts. You just don't get the 2 free full-size Haids. So that is what I am working on. I figured out I have to get about 2,500 stitches a month in to make that happen. So that's my goal, is I will do 2,500 stitches a month on that, and then I will pick something or some things else to work on, which is what I've done so far. So what have I worked on in the last 2 months? Not nearly as much as I probably should have, but you know, life and holidays and other things TBD later. TBD to be discussed, not determined. I know what they are. I just am not in a position that I can tell you yet. So, what have I been working on? Couple things that I just got a very little bit in on. No, none of this is for you, Charlie. No, none. None. I know I'm the cruelest person ever. Off. We're still working on that command. Ow! Ow! Go away. Maka! Take care of this, please. Maka's like, I don't care. If she's bugging you, she's not bugging me. So anyway, I had this grand plan to do all of these ornaments to finish my 15 in 2023. And this is one of the ones I started. This was Lola Crow's holiday ornament Sal. I started the very first one, which is the Creepy Carolers, and I only got, I think it wasn't even 200 stitches in. So there's where I'm at on that one. The fabric is Picture This Plus. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. I'm sure it'll show up somewhere around there right about now. So, and it's a 32 count linen. Also in my, I'll finish all kinds of Christmas ornaments. It'll get me my 15 finishes and I'll have a tree to decorate. I bought a Christmas tree, a little 3-foot one, and then I'll be able to decorate it. And yeah, that didn't go very well. Oh dear. Sorry, Charlie knocked all of my stuff down while I was eating dinner. And so it's all over the place. Another one that I worked on. This is a Mill Hill kit from Mill Hill's Winter Holiday Collection. It's Santa Cruz. And I literally just barely started it. I think maybe like 115 stitches in on this one. Come on. So I just barely got to start. We've got a Santa beard and some flip-flops started. And those are both going away until next Christmas, probably. One that is not going away till next Christmas, that is Christmas themed. I am so excited. I've been looking for this forever. Many, many moons ago, Rogue Mama Stitcher was kind enough to send me a Mill Hill Santa kit, and she sent me Saxony Santa. And it got, because the Mill Hill kits are so small, it slid under something during my move. It slid under something again during my packing up to remodel in my craft room. More to come on that later. And so it should have been done forever ago, and it's not. So I am working on this one currently. And as soon as I figure out where it went, I guess it's just the lot of this one to constantly be getting lost. Anyway, I was a little bit nervous when I couldn't find it because I kept going back in my head to this and not really wanting that to happen again. But anyway, so here is where I am on Saxony Santa. Making some good progress. I don't think it'll be too long before I'm done with this one, although the beading is going to take a while. So, other things, I don't even know why I bothered to pull this one out because I did exactly 100 stitches on it. You can't even tell. This is Margarita Dragon. think it's Paine Free Crafts. Howard Morrison is the artist, I think. But anyway, so I did like 100 stitches in here. You can't tell. I don't know why I even got this one out to talk about, because I don't plan on working on it right now anyway. All right, what I did work on, what I'm planning to continue working on. First one is Mini Tea and Books. This is a Haid. I don't remember the artist right offhand. Brigid Campbell, maybe? I'm sure I'll put it somewhere. I only got about 400 stitches done on this one, but the difference is that I am planning on working on this one in the near future. I'm working 2 over 1/10 stitch on 25 count Lugana on this one. And here's where I'm at right now. Also worked some more on the Witch's Spell. This is Autumn Lane Stitchery. I'm doing this one on 16 count Ada in Atlantis by Bestitch Me. The last time I showed it to you, it was something like this. And I actually got quite a bit done on this. So here's where I'm at right now. This is one that I think is probably going to come back relatively soon because I'm really happy with the way that it's turning out. I really like it. I think it looks even better on camera than it does with me just like looking at it as I'm stitching on it. You can definitely see that things are starting to take shape with this one. And once I get all of this done, I will be halfway done on this one. So this is going to stay out and is probably going to get worked on and off for the near future. The one that I am working on consistently, again, I said about $2,500. Wow, that would be nice. $2,500 a month. No, 2,500 stitches a month. And this is my Haid Sal. I am doing the Lil Rainbow Dragonz. Amy Stewart. I think it's Amy Stewart. And here is where I'm at right now on this one. 2,500 stitches, just a little bit over. If you can see this, because I can see it every time I post a picture on Instagram, I have made a mistake. This is one row too long. I'm pretending I don't see it right now, even though every time I take a picture, it's the only thing I see. I'm pretending I don't see it until I get page 4, so I can kind of see what's going on down here and see how I can fudge that. Because otherwise I think I'll have to pull out all of this green and part way up into the black to fix it. And I don't want to do that if I don't have to. So anyway, this is my major work. Rainbow Dragonz, Haid Sal, 2,500 stitches a month. So that's what I'm working on. That's my plans. I have some haul for you too. Actually not as bad as I've been lately. I have an unboxing. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. It's the Black Needle Society's Best of Black Needle Society 3rd anniversary box that just arrived a few days ago. So here is that. Okay, it is time for the Best of the Black Needle Society unboxing. Here it is. So let's get into it. There is my card. I am interested to see what everybody chose. I know what I chose. If you're not familiar with the Black Needle Society boxes, this one was special. It's an anniversary box, so they sent out a survey asking people what their favorite things that they had gotten in past boxes were, so that we kind of basically voted on the contents of this box. And I can already see one of the things I voted for, which is something edible right here. So let's see what everybody voted for together. I have a hunch I was in the minority though. So first up, Thatcher's Gourmet Birthday Cake Popcorn. There's my snack for tonight. It's 24 hours of cross stitch as I'm recording this, so it's going to be fast because I want to get back to logging my stitching time. I'm not aiming for 24 hours because I have nephew ball games and I have a lot of cleaning to do. I'm aiming for 12, but I want to get my time in. So, snack. Specialty Floss. Forbidden Fiber Company, one of my personal favorites. And this is called Roy G. Biv. And of course I don't have any paper near me because my dogs like to snack on it. Here we go. So you can see it is all colors of the rainbow. So cool. Candle from the Wick Wish Candle Society and the Black Needle Company. This is the Vault. It's blueberry lemon donuts and fruity cereal. That's what the Vault at the Black Needle Society smells like, I guess. Here's our fabric. Again, they picked one of my favorite vendors. This is an 1/8 yard of 16 count by Stitch Me. I don't see the color on it, so let me see if it's on the... Oh, it's actually called Stitch Me. We asked Brandy to dye something that represented her for this box. So this is 16 count Stitch Me by Stitch Me. Ooh. Dark chocolate hot cocoa mix. Again, I'm going to put this where the puppies can't reach it. Hi, noses. I think all you can probably see are noses, and that's probably appropriate. So. Oh, I'm glad this made the cut. I really liked this in a past box. This was the pony needles. Last time we got pony white. These are pony black, size 26. And it's fun. The card says, we really are the Black Needle Society now that we've sent you these all black needles. Here is the needle minder. Society Stitcher. Now we have a membership badge. And a pair of bronze embroidery scissors. A Black Needle Society project bag. And last but not least is the pattern, Ink Circles, another one of my favorites. Oh, this is so cute. I love it. This is Swimming with Scissors. And it's a little octopus. And he's got all kinds of little scissors and embroidery hoops. And oh, that is so cool. I love that one. So there we go. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I was pretty much on track with the things that I liked seemed to be what the things that everybody else liked. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So there you go. That is the Best of Black Needle Society box. Happy anniversary to the Black Needle Society. And thank you for all of my goodies. Okay, it was a fun box. Although I'm debating canceling my Black Needle Society subscription, not for any particular, like, I have a tote I'm in the process of still organizing my craft room. I'll go ahead and talk about this now. Because I've been promising a craft room tour. The furniture is mostly together. I have one bookshelf left to put together, and then the furniture will be done. But the problem that I'm having is then I have to organize everything. And it's taking a lot longer than I expected. And one of the reasons is I have a tote, like big tote, and it's just full of stuff that I've gotten in stitching boxes like Black Needle Society and Starlight Stitchery and Autumn Lane, and that I don't know what to do with. It's like keychains and scrunchies and the non-stitchy stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. And so I'm kind of thinking that maybe I need to take a break from boxes for a little while. Or at least the Black Needle Society, which comes consistently every 2 months. I'll probably still do Autumn Lane because their boxes are awesome and I love them. They're my favorites. I guess all the boxes are awesome and I love them, but Autumn Lane Stitcheries are my favorites. So we'll see. I'm debating canceling that. But you'll have a craft room tour soon. Maybe like next 2 months-ish soon, I hope. I don't know. I'm past the point where I'm going to promise, because every time I try to promise, somebody says they're going to help me put furniture together and then they don't. And yeah, it's just getting kind of hectic. So, haul. I have a mix of yarny haul and cross-stitch haul, although it's definitely leaning towards the yarny stuff. First, I got a new book. I just happened to see that it was coming out and pre-ordered it on Amazon the day that I noticed it. This is Knitted Socks by Nina Leitonen. And I just got it, and I haven't actually looked too much at it yet, but socks. I like knitting socks. This isn't really haul as much as it was. I ordered, if you looked at my Christmas Eve haul, I opened one of the yarns and I'm like, this is not what I wanted. It was what I ordered, but not what I wanted. This is the one that I wanted. It's from Forbidden Fiber Company's Downton Abbey collection, and it's called A Snowy Proposal. And so now I have it. I knew I'd get the right one eventually. I have some more Sock Obsessions yarns. Although I've been pretty good, I think I don't have any on order right now. But this is Bad Influence. Kind of fun. And Maleficent's Manifesto. Love this one. few more. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. This spot one is not opening nicely like all the other bags have. Okay, so this is Howling Night. Crying Over Spilled Eggnog. And Poppy. So, see, not nearly as bad as I have been lately. Stitchy stuff. I got this kit, and I'll be honest, probably the only thing I am going to use out of the kit is the pattern, because I can see right now that I don't like the fabric. But this is Words of Wisdom by Jill Meyer Art and Design Dance Party. Life may not always be the party we hope for, but while we're here, we might as well dance. I thought that was cute. I got, long ago, I had ordered Mystic Fabrics Misty's Grab Bag, a 16 count Zweigert Ada 14 by 18. I got a 4-piece grab bag, and then after reading all the descriptions, I wish that I would have gotten the 8-piece, all 8 pieces. But these are some of Misty's favorite pieces, or favorite colors that she likes to dye and likes to work on. So we have Neutrality, Lovely, Gilded, and Dreamy. Me and my fabric. And then last but not least, and now that I think about it, that means I'm missing a package. That's not good. I'm gonna have to figure out what happened. But I got the new Bella Filipina, Julia the Firefly Princess. And then I got the fancy flosses, the beads, everything to go with that. And what I was just thinking of was there were 2 sets of beads that were sold out. And then not too long ago, I got a notification that those beads were in stock, and so I'd ordered them. And I think they were supposed to have already been delivered. So I have to figure out what happened to that. But anyway, there you go. That's my haul. Short and sweet for a change. Let's see, what else? I have updated you on the craft room. I won't do a whip parade until after the craft room is organized, because right now my whips are in several different places, and it's just going to be easier for me to get them out and get them all lined up when I have everything finally organized. But I have a bottle of champagne waiting, because I can't do a whip parade without champagne, and we'll be doing that as soon as the craft room gets done. Then I will do a whip parade. Personal stuff, it's all kind of in flux right now. Nothing I want to say. I don't want to jeopardize anything. Don't want to jinx anything. But my house is largely done. I still have to do some, I have to go around and hang pictures and stuff like that. But like the painting is done. All of the floors are done except one room that I changed my mind. I've had to buy a new washer and dryer and a new microwave. That was fun. That was a nice Christmas Eve present when my dryer stopped working. but everything's old and it's going to need to be replaced eventually. Charlie's getting monster sized. She's gaining about 6 pounds a month like she should be. I haven't taken her to the vet. She had her last set of puppy shots in December and she was clocking in at 20 pounds. So she's probably 25 to 30 now. She's up to Maka's shoulder and growing like a weed. And Maka's good. And that's about all I've got personally. So stay tuned. Reading, watching, listening to. I've been trying to read some more books. I have finished a few. I listened to the audiobook version of Runaway Amish Girl by Emma Gingrich. Wasn't really a fan of that one. I read... What did I read? I finished Midnight in Chernobyl, which I had already started, and I don't know if I had mentioned it before. I had read that one before. It's a good book. I love it. I listened to... no, it's not Ron Chernow. It's... who's the other one that writes all of the... is it David McAdams? Writes all the biographies. McCullough, his name is. I read his book about the Jonestown flood. Again, it was okay. It wasn't great. I was kind of in a natural disaster mode, I guess. I don't question it. I just kind of move on with my life. And I'm currently reading Fourth Wing. You know, sometimes I get a little bit nervous when something's really hyped up. It really is good. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, and I started it last week. And for me, with school and work and everything, I don't get a lot of time to read. So I'm really hauling through that one. And then I'm also listening to on audio Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs by Caitlin Doty. And if you're not familiar with her, she's a mortician. Her first book was Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, about her experiences when she was learning the mortuary business. This book is all questions that kids have asked her as she's gone across the country lecturing and teaching and doing book tours. The first one being, will my cat eat my eyeballs if I die? So it's an interesting, fun little, kind of gruesome, be forewarned, graphic descriptions of decomp in a little book. So I'm liking that one. I just finished watching something called An American Nightmare, or American Nightmare. It's about a kidnapping. If you remember, it was a few years ago, I think maybe 2015, they called it the Gone Girl case. Because there was a question about whether or not this kidnapping was staged or a hoax, or if it was real. I watched that. That's kind of scary, how out of control that thing was. It's on Netflix. Other than that, I haven't done a lot of reading, watching, listening to. I've been working on school. I have 2 dogs that won't leave me be. And that's about it. So, I want to get back to doing my weekly questions, or bi-weekly, or monthly, or every 73 days and 20 hours, whenever I do videos. And this kind of is a roundabout question that came out of a discussion with the Coven earlier today, and that's, how do you like your patterns? Do you like paper patterns? that you can have in your hands and you can mark off and work with and have them right in front of you? Or do you prefer PDFs and your tablet or whatnot? For me, it's a little bit of column A, some of column B. I like, for my full coverage and some of my larger patterns, I really like to have them in Pattern Keeper, so I like to have them on PDF. But if it's a pattern that has a lot of back stitching in it, I prefer the physical copy. So like an example of something that would go in Pattern Keeper that's not a full coverage would be the Witchy Stitcher's Cryptid Sal, because there's very little back stitch on each of the individual cryptids as I went, so I could kind of pull up the PDF and do it off the screen. But if it's a lot of backstitch, if it's really backstitch heavy, I want to have it in front of me so I can kind of put my finger on and trace it and figure out where everything is going. So it's a little bit of both for me. How about you? That is all I have for this week. I have no idea when I'll be back. Hopefully it won't be another 2 months, but I make no promises. Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. And I will see you whenever I get around to it. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye.